How's everyone doing tonight? You ready for day 4 of the ROKR excavator? We're still on the first of, I think there's 4 pages, or like it's like a double fold thing, and there's like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's almost like a newspaper. You know how a page in the newspaper, like old school newspaper, like Daily News or New York Post, if you would pull a piece out, you would get a front and back, and then a front and back on the other side. It's kind of like one of those. Anyway, we're on the first one, but here's the crazy thing. We stopped. I think, like on the very last panel. Like this is the end of that first page, and all we're doing is we're taking this, and we're adding. Oh, sorry. What are we doing here? We're taking this, and we're adding like 3 pieces to it. Like a piece that passes through it, and then the pieces on either side. And like that's the end of the page. Like why we would stop so close to the end of the page without finishing it, I don't know. But I did that. So anyway, that's going to take two C29s and a D28. So that's going to bring us to piece 76. And now we got to find those pieces, because this is like these boards, you'll see in a second if you haven't been following. They're black, obviously, like these pieces are black. So the boards are black, and as a result, it's really difficult to read the numbers of the pieces. We're going to try our best. Not all the pieces are black. There's some yellow pieces, and those are pretty easy to read. So let's see. Let's see what we get. So two C29s. I believe the C's are on one of these black sheets. And then a D28, which could also be a black piece. I'm not sure. All right, there's A's on this board. What is on this board? I'm trying to see here. Yeah, these are C's. They're actually cutouts. That's like the best way to see them. To hold them over the yellow, and then it's like the numbers kind of appear in yellow. Or you could just look for the piece by shape. So this piece kind of looks like an axe head or something like that, the piece we're looking for. And it's C29. I see some pieces that look like it, but they don't say C29. They're like C... I don't know. Do we have this backwards again? B31, C32. You see this number here? It's like C30 what? What is that? That makes me think it's backwards. But this 32 and this 31 and this 53, they're all readable. So what the hell is this number? C30 what? I can't tell. Anyway, none of them, I'm not seeing that axe head piece that we're looking for. Yeah, I don't see it. I think there's a couple of C sheets. So we got to check one of the others. C29 we're looking for. We didn't find it yet. And it's one of these 2 black sheets is the other C. And we're also looking for D28, which is like a tiny piece, just a little pin piece. Hopefully we could find it. What are these? These are B's. All right. So these should be... Yep, these are more C's. All right. Do we see C29 on here? I see a dagger piece, and it does say C29. So that's it. Right here. And right next to it is the other one. There's one C29. There's the other C29. I think these pieces being so tiny slows us down. Yeah, there's the 2 C29s. It's like tough to work with such tiny pieces. All right, now we need The D piece is D 28, 26. What is that piece? D28? I think it's a D28. So these are C's. These are E's. Oh, is it actually going to be a yellow piece? D32, 34. Where's D28? Definitely a lot of yellow, yeah, there's D28. Okay, there you go. It's a tiny little piece, but it is a yellow piece. So D28 right there. Tiny little thing. All right. So it goes through this piece here. This goes through it. So it's like a yellow bolt attaching to this black bar, and it's going to have two black like axe handle pieces connected to it. So no one's ever going to even see that yellow piece, but anyway, it's yellow. It's tough to work with this. The bucket just detached. And you know, that bucket wasn't easy to attach the first time. Although it was a lot easier the second time. All right, now these two pieces, we got to connect to it. Did I lose track of those two pieces? There they are. The pointy end points towards this end, like away sort of. And then this like little piece on the bottom, see that little piece on the bottom? That's going to go towards this elbow as well. So it's like all kinds of heading that direction. Where is the actual attachment point on this piece? Is it actually going through that little corner? Yeah, it is. That's crazy. So these actually just kind of hook on here like this. So what's going to keep them there? At the moment, nothing. There's like nothing keeping them on. They're going to fall off. We need something to go through there at a minimum. Yeah, there's nothing keeping them on. So there's no point of even attaching them. Maybe that's why I didn't attach them yesterday. Anyway, so this bucket fell off again. Let's put the bucket back on. Did I bend these pieces putting the bucket on? See, that's what the problem's going to be. Each time this bucket falls off, it's going to go on less sturdy. I think I'm not going to buy any more of these ROKR puzzles if they have these thin pieces, because they just break too easily. I know that like theoretically they can go like quicker and smaller and cheaper, but the connections fall apart. And they fall apart before you can even get this together once. Like, this bucket fell off twice. This is the first thing we're building. This, like, arm that holds the bucket is the first thing we're building in this excavator. Which means that it's going to fall off 100 more times while we're building it. And each time I'm going to have to reattach it. And those two pieces we just put on, there's nothing locking them in. So I didn't even connect them, because there's nothing locking them in. Like, what's the point? We just have to go to the next page and hope that something there locks them in, because otherwise they're just going to fall right off. Am I missing something? Let me look at the instructions again. Okay, I think I am missing something. All right. Okay. I knew it couldn't be that bad. Okay, here's what really happens. That's where they hook in, I think. Or is it here? All right, let's look at the instructions again. So they're going to hook into a set of dots on this arm. On this arm. So there's dots here. There's dots here. Which ones do these hook into? Is it here or is it here? We don't want to get it wrong. Like here or here. See that? You see my dilemma? Let's go back to the instructions. It looks like they connect like right before the elbow joint, which would make them here, this close one. But if I do this close one, sorry. So it's either like here or here. And I'm worried that if I do this close one, because of the way it's angled, that the other one's not going to fit, which means it probably should be this one. You know what? I think it's this one, because look at this back here. There's a second connector. That's it. That's got to be it. All right, so the middle goes through here. That can move. And then we're going to connect this guy in two places. Like here and here, like front and back. All right, that's good. That's good. I take back half of my prior complaints about these ROKR thin puzzles. Because that actually, at least that's a good connection. But again, it's like, wow. This thin, like, you know, they call it plywood, but it's so thin, I'm tempted to call it cardboard. Come on, get in there. I can't support the back because it's so thin that if I do, it's just going to break. All right, that one's in. Let's see if we can get the other one in. If I can even find the other one. Where is it? I lost track of it. Here it is. Well, I should have put this one on the other side because it's got a flake here, which would have been hidden on that side, won't be hidden on this side, but I could like color it with a marker or something. I'm gonna have to push this back out. I'll push it back in a minute, this pin. It's like, I got to get this on, and then I could push that back in. Got to slide back here. It's not, hasn't done it yet. Yeah, I don't know why it's not going back. Is it in there or not? I guess it's not, if it's not sliding back. That felt like it slid back. Right, that's in. Now we could push this through. Did I knock anything off course? Because it doesn't feel like it's going through now. Yep, I just broke that piece. And the bucket fell off. Wow. In my defense, they asked us to put the bucket on too early. It's just too early. It's not, if it's not secured, don't ask us to put it on until it can be secured. Like, that's just not going to stay on. It's going to fall off some more times. Basically, this thing is guaranteed to fail because that bucket is the most important thing and it's not going to stay on. What I can do is maybe put some glue in there, like between tonight's show and tomorrow's show, and maybe that'll like help it or whatever. But really, that bucket doesn't stay on without glue. It's going to keep falling off. All right, we're finally up to page 2. So, is this page 2? That looks right. All right, we already did that. Were we not supposed to do that? All right, well, we did it. And now they need 4 more pieces. I can't even make out what those pieces are. C41 times 2. And what's that? C36 times 2? All right. C36 and 41, that brings us up to 80 pieces. C36 and C41. All right. Do we have those pieces? C39. 15. I see C26. I see C35. But I think we need C36, right? C36 and C41. I see the C41s. They're like these curvy-wurvy pieces here. Very thin pieces, by the way. There's our 2 C41s. Now the C36s are supposed to be these like long skinny pieces with 2 like connectors. I don't see them here. Let's check the... Oh, is that them at the bottom? Are they actually C38s, not C36s? You know, I couldn't really read the instruction. Let's just say they're C38s because that looks like the correct piece. So that's got to be it. Wow. What? How do you get these pieces out? Did I break it? Or did I get it out? I think I got it out. Alright, I need 2 of them. We need 2 of them. Alright, let's try. Oh, well, this one's already out. I guess we knocked them both out at once. Alright, how do we connect these? Okay, I see the connectors for the 38s. These ones I don't know about. These like 41s. Yeah, how do we connect the 41s? All right, let's look here again. So the 41s. There's like an angle to them. Okay. While I was looking at the 41s, the bucket fell off again. I think the 41s connect here. The piece that we were like rejecting a minute ago on the previous one, that's where they actually go. That's what actually goes in there, is these 41s. And then the 38s go like just along the side there. These actually don't look like very important pieces. I think they're simulating like electrical cables maybe. Yeah, there's little tabs there, and they go in the little tabs. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Hold tabs here. The problem is that this piece wants to go in the same tab. And that's not going to work. Alright, let's put the side pieces on first, and then those little weird shaped pieces on second. Because they were blocking access to these pieces, which are supposed to go in here. And one of them's on. Nope, it's not. It's not on. Let's try it again. Can't tell if it's in or not. I know. Alright, I guess that's in. Really hard to say. The bucket fell off again, by the way. It's just... I'm not going to put it back on again until the very end. There's like no point. We either put it on at the very end or we glue it on. I'm going to put it on at the very end because it's supposed to be a movable piece, so glue would kind of ruin that. Can't really... Wow. Nightmare. Okay, I think that's in. I mean, I can't even tell. I think it's in. I can't feel it. I can't see it. I really have no idea if this piece is in or not. Alright, now we got to do those top pieces. I think these have like little connectors on them. This one broke off. I think they both broke off. Or maybe they never had connectors to begin with. Maybe they just stick in there. Yep, this piece is going to be falling off soon. It's not really anything keeping it in there. There we go. What a garbage this puzzle is turning out to be. Alright. Next piece, we need 2 C7s and 2 C8s. So we're up to piece 84. 2 C7s, 2 C8s. And a C board. So again, this impossible to even look at thing. 2 C7s, 2 C8s. Alright, they're right there. They're up in the corner here. First two are 7s, the next two are 8s. One. Alright, that was a C, yeah. Okay. 2 C7s, and now I need 2 C8s. 1. 2. Alright. So there's my 2 C7s, there's our 2 C8s. And how do we connect these things? It looks like the curves go in like different directions. So the C7s, the curve goes at the top. Really, all of the curves go at the top. The C8s, they also go at the top. But the position of these pieces look almost the same. Almost exactly identical. The only thing I can really tell you is that the C8s go on the outside and the C7s go on the inside. So imagine the buckets here. because right now it's just sitting on the table. So if the bucket is there, then the C8s go on the outside and the C7s go on the inside. And there's 4 connectors here, so I guess that's where they go. Wow. The C7s go on the inside. I think if to do it all over again, I would have done the C7s first. It's kind of tough to reach on the inside after you've already put the pieces on the outside. I mean, I think I got it, but yeah, definitely would be easier to do the inside pieces first and the outside pieces second. I'm not sure if that's in. No, it's not. And in fact, the outside piece feels like it's, the C8 feels like it's coming loose as well. Yeah. I mean, look at this garbage. I mean, what are we doing here? I guess these are supposed to all be cables and they power this bucket thing, but I don't know. It's all so crazy. All right. One more in this top row. That'll be piece 85. And that piece just says F, which means it's one of these 2 pieces. So I'm going to subtract. So this F connects. Where does it connect? It indicates that there's like pieces sticking out here that it would connect to, but there's no pieces sticking out here. Did I like skip a step that was supposed to have the pieces there? There's nothing to connect this to. Wow. There's a connector here, but that's not what it says to connect to. It says to connect this piece here. There's nothing to connect to there. Maybe this piece, okay, this piece, if you squeeze it a little bit, you can get to that piece. But again, it's going to fall off because you squeeze it, yes, you put it on, and then it wants to go back out and it falls off. So what's going on here? And I assume it's going to be the same issue on the other side. Yep, that piece is not going to stay there. So next, put some more pieces here. I'm just seeing if those next pieces are going to lock that on. I don't think they are. D25. All right, in two panels, we are going to connect the other end of that F piece. And maybe that's going to make it a better connection. But we're going to have to do that tomorrow. I'm sorry, I've got things going on, and probably for the next like 5 days, maybe even a few more than that, it's going to be short episodes. But then I'll be back, and I'll do like some 2-hour episodes when I'm back. But I think for tonight, I'm going to wrap it up. So we'll figure this, we'll figure this piece out tomorrow. I mean, we're in shambles. We got these 2 pieces. We got the bucket. We got this arm. I know, believe me. When we can, we're gonna improve the situation, but it's not gonna happen tonight. Okay, so I'm gonna say goodnight, and I'll see you tomorrow.